Hello YouTube, it's Cybertron765, and we are on Kerbal Space program. Don't know if you guys know what this game is, but basically it's, I don't want to say a simulation, but you just build your own rocket ships and you go into space. You can go like the moon, other planets, stuff like that. But they are not actually, called the moon. As you can see right here, it says mun or moon, whatever those little two little dots up there mean. I don't know. But they're and the Earth is Kerbin, and stuff like that. But we're just gonna start a new game. Let's start a sandbox game just because we can, just to get our shipbuilding skills up to par before we do like a science or a career mode. So let's name it Cybertron765, sure, and start. So I want to warn you guys beforehand, I am absolutely terrible at this game. I can get to space, but most of the time I end up crash landing on like the moon or back on Earth, or Kerbin, I guess. So let's also, you can load saved ships, stuff like that. So let's try the rover sky crane. Let's load that. That sounds cool. It's very high up, it looks like. Or very low down. Yeah, so that's a rover, I guess. Let's load ZMAP satellite launch kit. So yeah, there's the ZMAP satellite launch kit. Let's launch this just so you guys can see how the game works. So we're gonna go launch. My nose itches. We're gonna go to this launch pad outside. If it'll load, there we go. And I'm going to throttle up using shift, and then I'm going to I'm gonna try and move these down here to the engine. So as soon as I press space, these will let go, and then the engine will fire up. So space. And it's not going very fast at all. There we go. So these solid fuel boosters right here will help me get out of the atmosphere, I guess. Might even be that I have to put this on to a rocket to get it up into space, but I don't know about that. So these are almost done. I'm going to push space again, and then they're going to release, this thing is going to activate the decouplers, which will drop those. And do we have SAS? What SAS does is it is a module that you add on to the thing that kind of controls your ship for you a little bit. So it's not very like a cheat or anything. It's just a remote control feature, I guess, for things that for non-manned or unmanned spacecraft. So let's check our orbit map. We are not even in an orbit right here. So yeah. Staging. Staging is the main view. And ooh, geez. We want to stay kind of on this yellow thing right here. At least that's my guess. And see, this blue line is our orbit. And as we stay on that yellow dot thing, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. We can add maneuvers to even it out, I guess. But for right now, I think it's good like it is. Or let's add a maneuver right here to, nope, not that, to sure. Yeah. Go to staging. Oh, and that's empty. So we need to start burning that, and we're gonna throttle down. So in 1 minute and 13 seconds, we're gonna burn our engines at full capacity for 10 seconds. Oh, for 11 seconds apparently. It's changing a little bit. So let's just speed up. But we can't warp faster than 1 while the ship is throttled, or is doing something, I guess. I don't know. Let's go to the orbit map and check, and it seems like it's very, very elliptical. We do not want ellipse. Oh, let's go back to staging. And in 30 seconds, we're going to burn for 24 seconds. 25. I think I need to find the little blue dot thing. Yeah, blue. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This is very hard to control right here. So I'm going to burn now. For 17 more seconds. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, I'm losing the blue dot. Ooh. And cut the engines. This is not good. There we go. Okay. So let's go back to the orbit map and we're going to check out our orbit. That's not bad. Now we want to kind of even it out a little bit. So let's go here. Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Let's try. This. So we can get into an orbit. So, oh, we need to burn in 4 seconds. I have to find the dot. Ooh. It's kind of hard to get onto the thing. So I need to burn for 35 seconds to get to that orbit. And it looks like I'm not going to have very much fuel left to do that. Hopefully it'll get me into some type of orbit. And my engines just died. So, let's check our orbit. Yes, that is not... that's not an orbit, that's a crash trajectory. So yeah, we're gonna crash into the ocean, it looks like. Yeah, just barely the ocean. So, this one did not go out very well, so we're gonna revert the flight to vehicle assembly, and this time we're going to make our own rocket. So let's get rid of this. How do we get rid of it? Clear. Is there a new clear button? Apparently there's not a clear button. Have to clear it out manually for some stupid reason. Okay, we're gonna do a Sputnik probe. And we're gonna go scroll all the way up to the top just to give us enough room to do stuff. So, oh, my face just got huge on the face cam. I was readjusting my position in my chair, so yeah. The HECS core is a recasing of the popular OKTO core into a form more suitable for Kerbals who think threefold symmetry is way more futuristic. We don't need that. Let's go to SAS module. Nope, not that. Inline reaction wheel. That's probably a little bit too big as well. Inline advanced stabilizer. Let's go to structural real quick. This is what we want. And then control. That's big. This is what we want. And then we're going to go to propulsion. Go all the way to the end, I believe. Yes. And not that one, that's way too big. RCS. RCS is reaction control systems, I believe, or steering or something like that. And it's basically fuel to allow you to steer easily. And we're going to put this in symmetry mode and snap like 4 of them right here. Just for some extra fuel for the RCS tank, or for the RCS modules. So, propulsion, I think this is control. We're going to put 4 of them right here. And then we're going to go to structural again. That's too big. There we go. That's what we want. And we're going to, oh no, we're going to add a decoupler right here before we do anything. So we can decouple this. Yeah, this is going to be a probe, so we don't need any more fuel tanks right here. So propulsion, we're going to do a ginormous freaking tank right there. And then we're going to put a skipper on it, which tends to not overheat as much as the mainsail, but the mainsail is used to help get you out of the atmosphere. And then we're going to go find a decoupler. We might want to put some batteries on here too. Maybe we can fit one of these. These ones? Yeah, sure. We'll put this one right here. And then attach this back to it. And then we're also going to need some solar panels. Let's put those right here. Sure. That looks good. Again, we need a decoupler. Science? No, not science. Structural. That's what it's under. So this one, yes it is. And then we're going to add 2 tanks. So 1 and 2. And go all the way to the front page, I believe. Yeah. Mainsail. Structural. To find some radial decouplers. And what these do, these are the ones that, like you saw earlier, held on the side engines, or held on the side tanks. And when we pressed space, they decoupled those tanks and let them fall to the ground. So let's go back to propulsion and get some more of these orange tanks. And then put some more mainsails on. I need to go a little bit farther back. There we go. Oh, no, that's a skipper. Mainsail. There we go. And then we'll probably need to add a structural thing to keep it standing while we're launching. So right here. So let's find out what which engines are. So we're going to decouple these as we launch these engines, and then after that we're going to decouple these from the main engines, and then it will start this engine. We'll decouple that one and then start this engine, and so on and so forth until the end of time. Well, hopefully not until the end of time. Let's go to aerodynamics, and that's a little too small. Put these on here just so we can get out of the atmosphere a little bit easier. And then back to structural. Go this way, and we're going to add some support struts. Because if we don't, it'll be a little bit wobbly. And then we'll add some little cube things right here and right here, and on top of those we will put more support struts, and everything's looking good so far. Let's go ahead and launch. I believe after this launch it'll be good enough for a stopping point for us as well. What? Why am I over here? Oh, I was in the orbit map. I went staging. Why? What? Why do you insist on this? There we go. Okay. Space. Well, no. We want to throttle all the way up. We already did that. Space. So, right after these burn out, we're going to decouple them. And then we'll let this main engine burn until we get into space, and decouple that, and burn a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll be in an orbit by the time we decouple the last one. So let's go to T. Whoa, jeez. This is not a good thing. R, so we can use our RCS to steer us a little bit more. There we go, that's better. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this. So we're 8,000 feet in the air. And our engines are about to empty. Now, overheating can become a problem, but for us, it's not going to be a problem right now. And decouple. I just pushed the wrong button to straighten up, and it made me go a little bit farther than I wanted to. Ooh. I think we want to start turning now. This is wobbling just a little bit. Hopefully it's not gonna explode or anything like that, because that can happen. Now we're gonna throttle down just a little bit so our engine doesn't overheat. And let's check our orbit. That's slowly expanding. Let's check again. It's getting bigger still. Hopefully at some point in the near future it goes around the planet. And let's full throttle again. Keep pushing the wrong button. The controls are kind of opposite. Normally you would expect A to go to the left and D to go to the right. It's opposite though. Let's check the orbit map again. Slowly but surely getting our way to an orbit. And this one's going to run out of fuel here in just a few minutes. Hopefully it runs out before it overheats, because that can cause explosions. I think I might have said that before. And it looks like it will run out of fuel before it overheats. Now when I decouple this, these support struts will automatically break off. So it's not like it'll just hold that onto there. Run out. And there we go. Let's check our orbit map again. Okay. This is not an orbit. This is a crash again. So let's throttle down. And then we'll set a maneuver to change it to an orbit. Yes, there we go. Staging. So, and let's find our blue node. And there it is. Stop, 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 stop! I need to burn now. Please stop. Come on. Go to the blue node. That's close enough. So I need to burn for a minute and... okay, so now 59 seconds. And hopefully, after that, I'll stay in an orbit and I'll have a little bit more fuel left over than I imagined I probably would. So let's check the orbit map real quick. It's slowly evening out. And 20 more seconds. That's a good sign. Usually that changes when you're in an orbit. Changes like that. And we will throttle down in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So we're in a somewhat elliptical orbit, but it's still in orbit. So our periapsis, I believe is how you say that, is 212 meters, I guess, above the Earth, and then the apoapsis is 756 meters above the Earth, give or take a few meters. But it's still in orbit. So, this will be a good place to stop. Please like, comment, and subscribe, like always. And then also, like always, there will be links to my social media pages in the description below. There's Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook. Like me on Facebook, and follow me on Tumblr and Twitter. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.